Hey folks, Craig Ripley here. Welcome to Living Off the Slab. For this episode, what I want to do is get you caught up on some of the things I've been doing to get the Tenere ready for the riding season. When we left off, I had added a few things like this AltRider crash bar and the skid plate that we got down here, but I've been doing some other things as well, so I wanted to get you caught up on all of that. So before we get going on all of the stuff about the Tenere, I know some people have been asking about the cigars and what cigars I'm smoking. Well, today I've got a San Lutano, Connecticut by A.J. Fernandez. And I like this because Connecticut's often don't have a lot of flavor to them, at least for me. But the A.J. Fernandez here and the San Lutano, and then another one is the Camacho Connecticut. I think that's a nice full-bodied Connecticut. So check those out if you're a cigar guy. So as I mentioned in my intro, I have added some things to the bike from AltRider as far as the skid plate and the crash bars go, and I decided to stick with them to outfit the bike with a little bit more protection as well. Primarily for a couple of reasons. One, they're a US made company, and also they're known to have pretty high quality. Their prices are a little bit higher up there, and I was actually surprised when I went out to check the prices on RevZilla for all of the stuff that I purchased, and it has gone up. It's about 10% higher than it was just a few months ago when I bought all this stuff. So, you know, if price is an issue, you may want to see if you can find some other things. But if you're looking for quality, AltRider is definitely the way to go. So the first item we'll go over is this Kickstand Foot, again from AltRider. And it goes for about $73 right now online. I think I paid somewhere around the $60 range for it, so prices have gone up on this Kickstand Foot. You can probably find things that are a lot cheaper. Now the next piece that I purchased is this one right here, and that is the plate that protects the universal joint because I have shaft drive here on the Yamaha. It's much larger than the stock unit. This is the stock unit right here. As you see, we have much more protection up here across the top of this, and also this, you could get your pant leg caught back behind it here because it's kind of stuck out. So this is going to give much more protection and protect you from getting your pant leg or something stuck in there. This retails for about $78. All right, coming over to the other side of the bike, you see this protective piece, which is the master cylinder cover. And you can see again, this is the stock piece, again much smaller than the AltRider piece here, so you got a lot more protection for that master cylinder. And this one actually is a little bit more expensive than the other side. This goes for about $79. Now while we're over here on the right side of the bike, I've also added this piece, which is the brake lever extender or enlarger, and this piece comes from TourTech. It runs about $42. It's real simple to install and just makes your brake lever there a little bit larger there, and also gives you this extra piece that extends it up so that when you're standing on the bike you can reach the brake more easily. So along with improving the protection on the bike, I also wanted to improve my luggage carrying capacity. So to do that, I've purchased this Luggage System, again from AltRider, and it consists of two parts. First, there's a platform that replaces your pillion saddle, and then there's another platform here that replaces the plastic unit that comes with the Tenere. As you see, right now I have this set up in two levels, right? I have the lower level here and of course the top level here. But when I head off to Alaska next year, my plan is that I'll remove the grab rails, and then I'll be able to lower the top platform down to the same level as this front platform. That way I'll have one huge lower platform that I can throw a dry bag, probably an extra gallon of gas and a gallon of water up there, and I'll be all set. Now all of this AltRider stuff, it went on pretty easy. The instructions are pretty good, at least 4 instructions that you get nowadays. If you're at all mechanically inclined, then you can very easily install all this stuff. The one thing I will say is that for the Yamaha anyway, there's a wide variety of fasteners that are used. For some things you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver. For others you'll need a set of wrenches, metric wrenches. For other things you're going to need Allen keys and even some Torx bits. So just make sure that you've got all this stuff, or that you're check it out and go out and buy it before you start installing. Alright, so the last thing that I want to cover here in this video is this new seat that I've got. This is the Saddlemen Adventure Touring Seat, and I decided to replace a stock one after riding it for about 3 days over the weekend. I decided I might want to try to get something a little bit more comfortable. So after reading different reviews and things, and looking at how these things were constructed, it seemed like the Saddlemen was a good option for me. It has nice foam and also gel in there. Seemed like it would be the most comfortable. So far, so good. I've only ridden it a few miles so far, but it's definitely an improvement over the stock seat. It's a little narrower here, but also it puts me up a little taller. So I'm having to get used to the slight change in position, but overall it's not an issue. And so far so good. I'll let you know how it works as next weekend I'm going out on a long weekend ride. Now there are a couple of other things I have put on the bike that I'll cover in another video because I think they deserve their own. And that is the PIA lights here and also the PDM 60 that I installed along with it. Again, I'll cover those in more detail in another video. But overall, I want to talk about now how much money I basically spent on the Tenere after I purchased it. Because if you remember, my overall goal here was to get a bike around the $20,000 to $22,000 range. So did I achieve my goal? Well, the short answer is yes. I was able to purchase the Tenere for just over $14,000 and then another couple $1,000s for all the taxes and other fees that are associated with it. So out the door was just over $16,000 for this bike. Now all of the things that I put on it, including the panniers and the racks and all of the other protective gear and so forth, that's all run about $4,000, $4,050 roughly. So I've got the bike right now for just over $20,000, 20,000, maybe 100 or 200 bucks. So I'm right there in the ballpark where I wanted to be and have the bike pretty much outfitted the way that I want to. I might add a couple of other protective things, but those are going to be minor issues as we go along. And of course, tires and all that other kind of stuff I'm going to have to add for off-road use, which I actually have. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But right now, the bike is all set and ready to go. Next weekend, I'm going out on an off-road tour, so I'll let you know how I do. As usual, I'm going to have a blog that talks about all of this stuff, where I got it, what I paid for it, or at least what it is available for right now, so that you can easily get to it as well. And also remember, if you like what we're doing here, please help support the website and all of these videos by purchasing from Twisted Throttle through our website. I have a big banner up now on my homepage that says support living off the slab by purchasing from Twisted Throttle. If you click that banner, you'll be taken to another page that will help you get to the different products and things that you want from Twisted Throttle. Again, we just get a small commission off of it. Again, helps to support these videos and keep them coming, keep all this content free for you. So thanks a lot. I really appreciate you doing that, and we'll see you out there on the road next time.